Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Johnny Mitchell.
And I'm Leo Dottavio.
And nosotros somos los
fuckmen, but los puto
Oh,
chicos.
interesante. Sí, somos los
How would you say
hombres de penocha?
Sure.
Men of pussy?
Yeah, men of pussy could be fuck men, I could say in Spanish.
Right. Muchachos de concha?
Yeah, muchachos de concha. Muchachos de coger. Yeah.
They would say, like, they never actually use the words that are in the dictionary in Spanish when it comes to like dick or pussy or fucking. They use like seashells or like names of fruit to describe like your hog.
Yeah,
you know?
it's interesting.
Like
Spanish
they call cock like a zucchini.
Yeah, and I know that you appreciate the Spanish language. You lived in South America multiple years.
Yep, I did.
Which is
Argentina, Colombia, Ecuador, traveled in Peru.
They have better curse like saying, like vale verga. You're worth
verga.
You're worth
You're
dick.
worth dick.
That's
You're
such a
dick.
good.
Yeah, or yes.
Can't see a white guy saying that though, right?
No. You're worth and
Steve,
everything is about the
something,
cock.
Steve. You're worth dick.
Yeah, you're not worth dick. Vale verga.
No.
Yeah, no, vale verga.
Yeah, and so in Argentina there was a boxer. His name was Lucas Matisse. After the fight, he would say into the English mics because they didn't know what he was saying. La concha de tu madre.
Yes, of course, which is the saying in Argentina.
Yeah.
La concha de tu madre.
It's like,
literally,
yeah,
the shell of your mother. Mm-hmm. But the shell means the pussy.
The pussy.
The pussy of your mother.
He would say the pussy of your mother after every fight. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I would go to soccer games when I lived in Argentina with my host family.
Oh, my God.
Some like regal old Argentinian woman and her fucking 80-year-old husband.
Wow.
And they would be shouting, the pussy of your mother. We were all collectively saying, La concha de tu madre. When there was like a bad call or something. It was unreal, dude. I'm screaming your mother's cunt with a woman whose cunt is older than my mother.
Oh my God. I think Matt Damon was saying he's married to an Argentinian woman. Yeah. And he went to a
Robert
game.
Duvall.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of the Argentinian chicks. I mean, DiCaprio's dating one right now. Some of them are beautiful.
They're wifey material because they're hot like you'd want a Latin woman to be, but they're not trashy like a Colombian bitch who just wants you for your fucking coke money.
For your coke money. I know. It can be like that, yeah.
It can be like that. Not that every Colombian is like that, but
a lot of
you guys are mostly fucking gold.
And I'm Colombian. I'm Colombian.
Oh,
I can say
that's true. Leo's mom.
Yes. Well,
same thing.
She's one of the good ones. But who knows?
She's one of the good ones because I don't even want to say it. The fact is she's not from like, she's lighter.
Yeah.
Not that, but you know, she's a little more educated. She's from the city. She's from Medellin.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
educated for sure.
There's a lot of drugs in Medellin too, but like, there's a lot of like.
She went to public school, private schools.
Yeah. There's two worlds there.
Yeah.
There's the private. Your parents own businesses. You're part of the landed elite, right? You go back to trace your roots back to Spain.
Yes.
Or you're from the ghetto, and the only way you got money, you're probably black or you're mestizo, and you either got drug money or you fucking, whatever. Drive for
you deliver. At least you deliver stuff. You deliver stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You deliver at the very least.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's been a very interesting week, and this is it's gonna be the title of the pod, is what to do when your ex comes back, because my ex has come back into the fold. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
God damn it! Did she reach in person? Did you guys run into each other in person? Was it a phone call?
I'm gonna broad stroke it for you. I'm gonna save you the boring details. This is the love of my life. This is the woman that I plan on marrying and cheating on and all that good stuff, right?
And then marrying a 19-year-old when you're 50.
No, I told her I'm gonna be with you until we're 70, and I'm gonna hold your hand when you die, and then I'm gonna go marry a 21-year-old from Spain. But yes, you're still my soulmate, you know? Right. So whatever. She was the one that was back and forth between me and her ex for over a year, right? And so they went back to doing that. And for 3 months they were together. She blocked me. She cut me off, didn't give me any explanation, or was not sufficient explanation. And so I was like, okay, that's it. I guess they're riding off into the sunset. Of course not. Of course they were breaking up constantly. Nothing changes, right? When you're already in a toxic situation with an ex, like that, where you're literally breaking up every other week, it's impossible. It's impossible to rebuild that because you the trust is it's so ruined.
People try.
Are so involved. People try. People try for years, but it just keeps getting worse and worse.
I don't have a scenario where somebody has gotten back together with me and it was better, but I have heard of them. Like, who got married to like his second wife again and it worked out was like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And he's the man, dude. Jean-Claude is the fucking man. Well, I mean, A-Rod is back. No. Ben Affleck's back with J-Lo.
It seems like they're better than ever, too. Well, what they say is that they're better than ever.
But that's once. I allow for one or two breakups. Yeah. I allow for when external circumstances like fame or somebody gets a job in a different city or you're growing together and you're not in a place in life where you feel good as a partner. True. And you need some time apart. I understand that. Or even if somebody fucked up and cheated once. Right. Like, I understand that there needs to be separation. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about the immaturity of just going back and forth, bouncing back and forth, back and forth. That's built on shit as a foundation.
It's built on insecurity,
of course,
loneliness.
You're just scared to be alone, and this is something comfortable.
Maybe the comfortability. Yeah. I mean, sure, you can just rip a giant fart in front of a girl.
Right.
Cool. Right. But is that really a reason to want to be with her?
Well,
it's nice to expel gas.
It's actually a pretty good reason.
Yeah, because you have to expel gas when you need to.
If you can just blast a fart, if you could just Dutch oven your chick and she loves you just the same, you got to really consider that might be the one.
Don't cheat on her. Don't cheat on her. And if you do, just know that you're going to have to hold those farts in for the next one for at least a year.
Yeah.
And then maybe if you get
comfortable, you don't know what you got till it's gone. When you're fucking clutching your farts in around this new chick who you thought was just a piece of ass, and how you're missing your chick, right? Because
what's the most comfortable you've ever gotten? I mean, could you take a shit in front of a chick?
No. I'm so anti fart. Sometimes if a chick is pissing me off, yes, I get comfortable enough. Like with the ex, I could just blast a fart in front of her and she would get horrendously mad.
Do you have like loud farts?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a lot of air. I got a tight butthole. Why? Do you have silent ones?
So the ex? No, they're monstrous.
Yeah, I imagine
and I let them rip.
Yeah,
sometimes.
in front of your
my ex.
You're dating?
Yeah, my ex.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not all of them, but
I have a double standard. I'm like, look, what I do. It's like what I tell the fans. Like you don't do as I do. You do as I say. And I say you fart once, you're fucking out of here. Unless it's like a cute little squeaker. If it's like a cute little squeaker, I heard her fart when she was peeing on the toilet one time, and she was mortified, and I was like, no, that's so cute.
You liked it.
Oh, it's adorable, dude. Just like a little.
What about? I have a friend. He lost his virginity to a woman, and she in a van, and she farted the first time he had sex. He got on top of her. It was missionary, and he goes,
"No, that's a queef, though. That's a queef."
It was a fart. It smelled. But this is what he said too. He said
queefs
that
can smell.
Unfortunately, the sound of it. Yeah, it can. Yeah, honestly, if a queef smells, that is one of God's. I don't know. It's God slapping you in the face. You've done something wrong.
Queef is God's bitch slap. I actually like a queef.
Some people are pay for them on the internet, so it's
I know
a
people pay
thing.
For actual lower intestine butthole farts.
That too.
The people making crazy good money.
That's crazy.
So, but anyway, so point being is that she contacted me. This was about a month ago, and we talked about. Things are rocky, right? But she called me. So I figured, and she was like, I just called to apologize for cutting you off.
Any phone sex?
No. I was turning it romantic, right? And I was like, at the end, I was flirting with her like I do. I can't help myself. So, but then, nothing, right? And so I ran into her the other night at a place that we frequent. She saw me.
Was it a glory hole? The glory hole.
What's that?
The glory hole?
Yes.
Wow.
Do you go to the same one?
Yes. You put your cock in there, roll the dice.
Do you know there's a at the Bank of America in Santa Monica? This is what good lives gay men fucking practice. Every night, starting at midnight, a bunch of strange gay men gather in a parking lot and basically hop into each other's cars and start sucking and fucking each other.
No.
Yes. My gay friend told me about that. We can go down there tonight, dude.
We should to study it.
Yeah,
but
to study it,
to film it,
film it, to participate in it.
Yeah.
So Anywho, whatever. This is wild. The ex is back. Yesterday. So we get into things are not, this is not a smooth process. But long story short, she called me after we left this place, the mutual place we were at. So when when a chick calls you, it means she's interested. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
If she calls you, it's not to, you could say it's to be a friend.
Yeah.
But when she calls you, there's something there. But of course,
I would say that it means you're on her mind at least.
Totally.
And that's a good thing.
Totally. So
if you're on her mind, you got a chance.
So, and we of course argued about the past, right? We argued about feelings, but long story short is I challenged her. I was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you don't love me. That's the line I used.
I like that.
I challenged.
I like that a lot.
Because women bully and push men around. So when you stand up to them, make your ex, if you're with an ex that dumped you and she starts coming back into the fray, you make her tell you that she doesn't love you anymore.
You make her tell you.
You make her tell you that. And if she can't say it, guess what? There's hope.
I mean, yeah, you have to. So you asked her, you're like, tell
straight
me
up,
you don't love me.
I was like, I don't believe you don't love me. If you don't love me, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
And and it wasn't like a smooth thing. She was like, John, I don't want to, whatever. Like all her protestations. And this is what I want to impress on young men is that let the woman squirm. Let her squirm, get uncomfortable. I told her, like, go find somebody better. And of course, she didn't want to hear that, right? She was like, what kind of thing is that to say? But I just maintained my calm. I was like, I just challenge you to do that. So anyway.
Basic human nature in many ways. I mean, she was maybe feeling like you were over her and it was a strike to her ego? You
Perhaps.
Think that was part of it?
Yeah, that could have been that too. It could have been that too. But I think that subconsciously she missed me. Is doing the toxic thing, right? Which is coming back to me after breaking up with the ex. But this is her, way of doing it. And so we're arguing and she's yelling at me or, she's putting up all these arguments. She's putting up all these protests, right? And I just stayed on the phone with her. And within 2 hours, I looked down and we've been on the phone for 2 hours, So I've completely turned it. And I've told her, look, my plan is to marry you. Like I just laid out the facts for her. I laid out the cold, hard facts. Mm-hmm. And she was, by the end, completely broken down by it and in love with me. Like blatantly
now.
And texting me like,
how do you know she was in love with you?
Because it's in her face. It's in her. It's in the way that she fell in love with me in the first place. Like, when things are good with your girl, like you could just tell by the way she looks at you. So I had just, in the course of one phone call, took it from, we need to just be friends. This is such a mess. I'm sorry I told you I loved you back then. It was so irresponsible of me. But she could never put the lid on things. So if you have courage, that takes courage though, to be like, look, you want to just be friends and you don't love me. I just like to hear you say it. And she wouldn't unblock me on Instagram too. That's the whole thing. I'm like, if it's not a big deal, just unblock me on Instagram. And it made her so mad. And she didn't do it because she finds me irresistible, but she didn't want to unblock me because she didn't want to be tempted and drawn by it. So I just kept slowly, maturely, like bringing it out of her, So I'm fucking daddy, dude.
You're ready to sign up for another fucking round of heartbreak, buddy boy?
But now this begs the question.
You don't think you're ever going to fight if you get married to her long term?
Before we even get into that, just say I did, right? Because I want for the viewers now, say I did. Say I do want to be with her long term. What is the play now? Knowing to not repeat the mistakes of the past, right? Because I cannot take her back right away.
No, you definitely can't take her back. But do you think you could get her back right now?
What does that mean?
You think you go?
In what way?
You go, hey, Dan Tanis, 7:00 Thursday night. Is she going, I can't wait to have that
Man,
chicken
piece of trash
parm
like
with
her
you.
has
Or
fucking never even been in the Dantana's parking lot, dude.
Bullshit, dude. So what do you think?
I got to take that part out.
Yeah, what if she watches this?
I don't know, dude. Our pod's getting too big. We're getting too famous to be just
she's
candid
gonna be. Yeah, we can't. But wait a second. So is she gonna?
But I'm not saying anything that she doesn't already believe. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't already.
So when can you see her? When can you have sex with her? When is she gonna be in your bed? When can you start being a Muslim? When can you start controlling her? When can you?
Yeah. You know? Well, I'm already mind controlling her, but
yes, obviously.
No, it's. I cannot go back to last year. When I would take her back,
beat you.
When I would take her back after she claimed, she was like, I'm so over the ex. I can't do that again. So this is what I did. I told her, you need to go date other men. I straight up said that. I go, you and I, long term, this is unquestionable. It's inevitable.
Now, okay,
you know it and I know it.
Now,
but you need to go date other men.
How did you get over the jealousy factor? You were okay with her having sex with others?
I'm jealous of her ex, but I know that.
What if she gets dicked down by a huge guy named Hans from Germany, and he's just got a hog the size of a fucking I don't even know a baseball.
He's got a swastika,
a Louisville Slugger between his pants.
He's got an entire Nazi flag tattooed on his cock, but it's so big that it fits. It's so big that the swastika
and
fits on his hog, dude.
Really gives it to her.
And
you don't care?
Massacring the pussy.
You don't care?
No, because this kind of girl is not somebody who's.
Does that?
What's that?
She doesn't do that, is what you're saying.
She doesn't have one night stands, but she also is not. She's not falling in love with somebody just because the sex is so good. It's like she's not,
obviously, I'm not saying. Well, what about a romp? You don't care if she would have like.
I want her to have a romp because I need her to get away from her ex.
This is some best friends girl type shit.
I need her to get away and put as much space between her and the thing that was fucking me and her up, which is her toxic addiction to her ex. So I'm like, you need at least a year of sobriety. I told her, I'm like, these are your patterns. It's just like an alcoholic, right? I saw you rationalizing and you would be off the bottle for a couple of months. And you would come to me and you would play with me, but then something would happen. You get a trigger and you would go back to drinking, but you would say, yeah, it's going to be different this time. It's going to be great.
Okay, you don't care if she was at a sex party and she had an Asian man take a shit on her chest.
I definitely would not care if an Asian man was doing anything sexual to her, okay? It would just make me look better. But an Asian man was taking a shit on her chest.
She wanted to experience something.
Absolutely, because I'm trying to get her freakier. So yeah, no, he could take a big.
You're a mature man. You're a mature man.
But this,
I might have to say the angle from the jealous guy, because from the jealous guy like me who wants to be possessive, what do you do? I would view it would be hard for me to completely want to get back together with her after she slept with somebody else. You know.
In the meantime, Leo. I'm going to be fucking.
All right, good.
That's my move. I'm dusting off the dick and bringing it out of retirement.
Let's go.
And so this is what I'm going to do for the viewers. I'm actually going to get on Hinge tomorrow. And by next week's episode,
you're going to fuck something.
I want to have a story about fucking something.
Let's go,
because this is what it's going to be. So hold on. We need to get this back to like,
what happened?
We need to like refocus here for a little bit. How do you act when your ex comes back? Depends on a lot of things, right? Every situation is unique, but essentially the ball's in your court.
Yeah.
When an ex has rejected you and has now come back,
because you're
now the power has shifted.
Yeah.
So the last fucking thing you want to do is just go back to the way things were before she left, right?
Are you advising they go on a podcast and call her names and say that they're going to fuck other people? You advise?
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
absolutely.
That's what you did.
What did I call her?
You said she was you said she would never even be in the Dantana's parking lot because she's what is it?
I was kidding about that. I was
a hag. What'd you
call
her?
No, I didn't call her any of that. God damn,
called her
dude.
A fucking slore. What did you? Something really fucked up. Honestly.
Well, if she goes back a couple episodes, she'll hear you calling her a bitch.
Yeah, well, she thinks I'm slimy.
But here's the thing. This is why it's so messy, because her friends don't like me. So it's natural for the close friends to not like.
Is it the Lizzo joke? Probably.
It's not the Lizzo joke. It's the
it is the Lizzo joke. It's probably the Lizzo joke.
The reason that she what?
Friends don't like you.
Oh, no. She has hot friends. Her friends don't like me because they think I manipulate her.
Oh, I thought she had a bunch of fucking hippopotamuses.
No. She doesn't hang out with fats.
She hangs out with fats. She doesn't hang out with fats.
No, that's my baby,
great.
dude.
Hell yeah.
No, so the idea is like, but how gangster is that?
Fats.
Daring her, dare your ex to go find somebody better.
It's the old hard to get. It works every time. It works every time.
But it's knowing.
It's hard to do.
But that kind of maturity for me to be like, I want you to go be free. I want you to go be free. You need to live without your ex and without me making you feel better about your ex. You have to go. I told her, you need a year of good time. You're like an inmate that just got out of the hole for stabbing somebody. And it's like, your phone privileges are revoked until you put in a year of good behavior. So I'm like, you need a year of sobriety.
All right.
From your ex. So
you wouldn't care if she met Enrique Iglesias.
Isn't he gay? Oh, it's Ricky Martin.
No, he's banged out. Ricky Martin's gay. Enrique's
she banged out
married
Ricky
to
Martin,
Anna
I'd be
Kournikova.
worried. I'd be like, now you might have the bug.
Right.
Now this could be an issue.
You go to
if you have AIDS,
party,
it could be. That actually might be the only deal breaker.
Right.
Is if you were full blown.
It's not that big a deal anymore, they say.
It's really not. If it's full blown, it's a big deal. But if it's just the HIV, it's like, what?
Who cares?
Let's get those government benefits, baby.
Yeah. But then but no, okay. So, all right. So, are you happy? Did it bring you some happiness? Is it more of like an ego thing? Be honest with your people.
Okay, great. So it's a combination of a lot of it, right? Mm-hmm. Like now I could just, if I was what most men could do, and if you don't plan on being with your ex long term, if you really honestly look at yourself and her, my advice when your ex comes back is to play it cool, wait for a chance, fuck her, and then say deuces. That's the gangster
savage.
Move. That's the gang. That's what most guys do. They fulfill the ego, but they've been working on themselves. So they say, you know what? I got my nut. I'm good off this. Now, if this is an extraordinary circumstance.
You love her.
I love her. This is my soulmate. She knows it.
What does the love feel like?
It's like I don't even care about the work I got to do. I don't give a fuck about the baby formula shortage. I don't care about the fact that half the world is going to go into a famine because there's a wheat shortage from the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about shit. It feels so good. It's like, it's so right. It's so like, I feel like such a man. You sometimes have to show toxic and really difficult women. You really have to like let them know who's boss. I was like, you have to show them. You have to show them this is what they need. So I'm showing her. It's an
old kind of misogynistic view that is actually very true.
It's very true, dude.
I mean,
you got to show them what they want.
Yeah, because oftentimes they really don't know. So
Correct.
It's okay to be, when you assert that kind of confident demeanor, that dominance that only a man can do.
Only a man.
Mainly because I feel innately they know that if it came down to the T's and if it came down to it, we could just kill them with our bare hands.
Yeah. Threats
with our bare
work.
hands.
Physical threats work too to keep her. Keep her
if you need a popper,
just pop her and shine her,
but make sure she doesn't get bruised up.
No.
You know what I mean?
I recommend hitting him in the stomach.
Cameras, right?
Totally. Make sure
no cameras.
Hit him with phone books. That used to be the whole thing
because it was flat, big surface.
Yeah, hurts, but it's probably not going to break any bones if you don't.
Exactly.
As long as you don't hit her in the ribs. Yeah.
You might, pull her hair a little bit. Big deal,
Yeah. So now my other
just
thing
kidding,
is,
by the way.
My other thing is,
you gotta say that nowadays, dude.
But
that looked way too real, dog.
Yeah, that was real, doggy.
God damn.
Yeah, we don't condone that. In fact, we condone the opposite.
Yeah, if you're a woman, you can hit your man.
Right? Yeah, that's fine.
What we're saying.
That's
right?
fine. No, but the real men don't yell. They don't rise. Real alpha men that are sure of themselves don't rise to the emotions of their woman.
James Bond. Think James Bond. When did you see him yelling at a woman? Never.
Never, because he
was under control.
Like, I'll find another one.
Yeah,
I'll find another one, Monica.
I like that you always do the Sean Connery.
I go to
because
Sean
that's the only one
best.
he's the best.
Yeah,
he's under control. He knows that, hey, they're like buses. There's always going to be another bus.
Yeah,
you just got to wait a little longer.
Like buses. If you put yourself inside of it,
right,
you're probably poor. So what are you doing even riding that bus?
It's true.
Get a fucking car. Get a job. Forget about this bus and buy a fucking car. Yes. So yeah, but what is I'm not totally I'm not totally certain about it though. And it's still difficult because I think about the pain and the promises that she made before. So I don't fully trust her yet. And I've told her that. I've told her as much. I'm like, look, I don't trust.
She trusts you.
I think so. I think she trusts me, but I told her, I'm like,
you guys
look,
sexed a little bit, any of that? Any
nope.
No, nothing.
Nope. I'm really trying to keep it like, she's in her 30s, man. She's like a professional cosmopolitan woman. Like you can't send these girls pictures of your dick. These are not your run of the muck.
You haven't run into the 30 to 40-year-old very horny woman because that's a normal thing. Physiologically, women get horny.
That's true.
So is she at that place where she's horny all the time or not really?
I don't know. She wasn't with me, but she was having a ton of sex with her ex. So that's the part.
Damn it, dude. How do you know
her
that?
Her ex was dicking her down because she told me. She was like, we were very sexually attracted to each other.
And she's not sexually attracted to you?
It's spotty. But she's like, you're so handsome. So she always would say that. So she's like, I can't bring myself. And that's just because she's addicted to the old guy.
Well, what do you...
If a chick says you're hot, but I'm not sexually attracted to you, it's probably because she's not mentally giving herself.
Well, wait a second. What kind of sex are you having with her? Are you letting loose yourself? Because I know you're a sick little puppy.
I'm a sick puppy, dude. No, I'm a sick puppy.
I've seen some videos.
Take that part out.
So, you know what I mean? They're old. It was a long time ago.
I am a sick pup. But this girl is taming the pup. She's training the pup to love make.
Missionary.
And not, like two dogs fucking on a beach. Like two unneutered dogs raping each other on a beach.
Sounds good.
So... Yeah, have you ever seen two South American street dogs fucking? It's rape, dude.
Really?
It's wild. It's like the jungle, dude.
That sucks.
So yeah, so anyways, but yeah, so that makes me a little insecure. So look, in the meantime, what I have to do is let her do most of the texting, let her miss me, which she does already. Right? Like she hit me up the day after our conversation, right? And was like, just want to thank you for pouring so much love in me, blah, blah, blah. I told her, I was like, in 2 years, I'm going to have a house for us at Silver Lake. And like I'm like painting the future for her.
Fucking hipster fuck.
I know. Well, that's what she wants. She wants a house with a yard and shit.
Are you going to grow your mustache out, buddy? Wear a beanie?
You're gonna,
and then go to coffee
We're gonna
shops?
pickle. We're gonna have pickle. You're
going to go and start drinking IPAs at the local little watering hole?
We're going to have like drum circles and big bonfires.
God damn it. That's what you want? That's what you want, though.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that, but I want a house out of Hollywood. God, stay on the subject for. Let me finish my point because we got a lot of shit to get to.
Go for it. And then we have a video too.
But but yeah, the point is, I'm sticking to it. You need a year. She needs a year of no contact with the ex before I will do anything romantic.
How long's it been?
It's been 2 days. Oh, since the ex, it's been about a month. Been over a month and a half. So yeah, I got another 10 and a half months. So in the meantime, I got to fill that with a lot of pussy. So I'm back. I'm back fucking. That's what I'm telling you. And then it's just, she's going to feel that and she's going to get even more pressed.
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck how big, how ugly, how smelly this girl is.
Yeah.
You got to bang someone. No, you got to know. I care about, that I do care about. But the girl that you're going to bang between now and the next pod.
Okay. Actually, it would be funny if I went and found like the fattest, ugliest bitch online.
It's called a slump buster. It's a thing in baseball.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for years.
Yeah. So maybe I should slump bust. Okay, cool. I will slump bust and I will show the picture. If I slump bust by the next week's pod, we will bring her up. We'll show her Tinder profile.
Perfect.
This I promise.
Blur out her face.
Yeah. Well, no, show her face. We'll blur her name out. We'll show her face.
Okay, good. What if it's like the sister of somebody that we know here?
Paul's sister?
What if it's Paul's sister?
Paul, do you have a big, fat, ugly sister I could fuck?
Jesus, dude. He's not going to answer that.
He's thinking. His mind was racing. He was like,
he doesn't have a
hands
sister.
off, dude. He's like Scarface. That's not for you.
Anybody going to fuck my sister are going to be married.
That's not for you.
All right, should we read one or should we watch the vid?
Let's watch this fucking vid, dude.
We got a vid from a fan.
But isn't that wild?
What?
Isn't that fucking wild? My point is, they always come back.
Yeah, they'll come back.
They need us more than we need them, boys.
I mean,
So you fucking remember that, dude.
Stay strong, man.
Stay strong.
Stay strong.
Be a fucking man, and when you know what you want,
things come to you, dude. The world will conspire to give you what you want.
That's it.
It's from The Alchemist.
So this video is from a guy. Oh yeah, he says he talks about everything. He gives his name.
Let's go. It's 2 minutes, so let's go.
Yo, Leo and Johnny, longtime fan here.
Thanks,
Big
brother.
fans of both of you
He
guys.
looks like he's smoking crack through a empty soda can.
in California, right by
Davis,
Sacramento,
California.
actually.
A lot of meth there.
So
It's
I'm
a nice
just
place
gonna fire
there.
away.
A lot
I
of
am
meth.
28 years old,
Okay, 20
and
Brother,
I've
you
had a
look
crush on
39.
the same girl since the 8th grade. A little bit of context, a little background. In the 8th grade, I was a fucking loser. I was a nerd. I wore eyeliner. All my clothes were from Hot Topic. I had Nightmare Before Christmas dolls hanging from my backpack.
I love it.
Nice.
And this
There was
girl
always
was
that one
a
kid.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
She was popular, way out of my range. But in math class, every day she would talk to me. She was very nice to me. So that was a huge high for my 8th grade self-esteem. I've obviously gone about my life as normal, dated girls, this, that, and the other, whatever. It's just in the back of my head, this has always been there. This is like the holy grail of girls to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've always been
This guy's
cool.
cutting.
Like, obviously we're friends. We follow each other on Instagram still. We back and forth, friendly sometimes. I'm not friend zoned or anything like that. Like, that's not a concern of mine. It's mostly just that, you know, after all these years of kind of just being nice to each other, where to go from here.
He said he's not in the friend zone.
So
Hold on.
I realized that I've been a pussy for about 15 years, and the obvious answer to my question is just to fucking grow a pair and hit her up. Maybe hit her with the classic "life is finite" Leo line.
Yes.
But I really just want to get your guys' advice, your guys' input on the situation before I do something. You know, I feel like almost 30 now. Our high school reunion is this year, actually.
Wow.
So it's about time I grab life by the balls and shoot my shot, you know? Like I said, this being the holy grail and all, I'm nervous. You know, I'm fucking nervous.
You're
know?
nervous
When I hit
making
her
this
up
video.
and she
Is this guy
inevitably turns
chilly?
me down, I'm gonna have to find something new to chase after
Might be
for
cold.
15 more years.
Yeah, he looks just like
So-
he's shivering this whole
gotta
video.
find something
yeah, just
new.
kind of wondering, what would you guys do in this situation if you played pussy for 15 years and finally got a stick up your ass to hit this girl up? You know, what would you say to her? You know, just I explained it as well as I can explain it. You know what I'm trying to say. Thanks for hearing me out, guys. I'm
Thanks,
looking
brother.
forward to the next episode.
Hell yeah.
Hey, good man. Hey,
Hey,
first
okay,
of all, we
dude.
really appreciate the
Yeah.
in-depth. That was a good way
Yeah.
to go about it for you
Yeah.
guys. We were saying about a minute, but you know, maybe we can go to 2 minutes.
We could probably go to 2 if it's
Two's
this
good. If it's this
quality with
Yeah.
the backstory.
That was
and
great,
explains
dude.
what he.
I
I wish he told us
appreciate
what
it.
he did for a living.
because that it could start there. I
I
mean,
assume he's a beef jerky salesman.
so she's been nice to him all these years. He was denying the friend zone, but he is in the friend area. At least.
So basically, I'm worried that she's looking at him a little bit as like a charity case because he was like a cross dresser.
I mean,
he
yeah.
dressed like Marilyn Manson,
Right.
But you know,
Yeah.
that worked at Hot Topic.
He might find out. He might. Okay, there's a couple of ways. If this works out perfectly for him, she's been in love with him for 15
right.
years.
It could actually be the case. And
Yeah.
look, dude, the fact that you got your 28, your high school reunion, your 10-year high school reunion
Good
coming
place
up,
to fucking ask her.
She could be there.
Or he could ask her
Or
on
maybe
a
that's
date
he asked
there.
her the date there. That's right. Or like that could be his opener.
Okay,
like,
I say we're coming up with a plan, and it's a good one.
Okay, good,
He should
good.
ask her to the reunion as his date, as friends. You could even say the no funny business. Obviously, the life is finite's in your pocket. I think you've used like, hey, you know, we're all gonna die, kind of one day type stuff. Or
2 days ago with the ex. I'm like,
Exactly.
you're washed up, you're 35, you're gross, no one will love you. I'm all you got. Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
You know what? That probably.
So long term, that'll work for this guy.
Yes.
What do we always say on this pod? You can get any pussy if
Yeah.
you wait long enough.
If you wait long enough, it's true.
But
I mean,
here,
like,
okay. I got a little. I love it. It's my favorite part of the podcast. I love it, but I disagree with asking her as a date to the reunion right from the jump because
All right.
reunions are awkward. 10-year reunions are weird. Half the people you don't want to talk to, you're like awkwardly like making conversation with, oh, what are you doing now? Oh, you had your second abortion. Congratulations. You're fucking, you know, your dad's in prison and now you're saddled with debt. Okay, great. So Use the anniversary as a question, as a reason to DM her, as like a guise to pop into her DMs. Okay. What do you think about that?
Hey, you going?
Yeah,
but reunion.
But you know, deeper than that, right? Like, what is the DM? You got to DM this chick, right? We're in May now. The reunion's in July. Let's get them out on a date before then, you know?
Oh, I like that.
Right. And so if you've gone out already and look, if you can get this chick to start dating you, then yeah, take her to the reunion. Fuck it. But I wouldn't use the reunion as a first date. I would just use it as a reason to start up conversation. Your thoughts?
Look, I think, yeah, you know, the reunion might be odd because she might be she might be seeing a lot of people from the past, and she's not going to have that much time to spend with you.
Yeah, and you need to isolate. You need ISO time.
But it is a good, if you haven't DM'd her, it's a good, isolation time is important. Now, if you haven't DM'd her, I would say it's a good line to use to DM her, and then maybe do something small, like a little, hey, you know, we should catch up, have coffee, or let's get a yogurt.
What does this guy say exactly, Leo?
I like coffee. I like coffee, but the line in Good Will Hunting's funny. He's like, "Oh, we could just do any arbitrary thing." Like, and I've used that before, but in my own way.
That's
like,
funny.
I was like, we could drink coffee, or if you don't drink coffee, you know, like tea, we could have some tea together. Or if you don't do that, I mean, we could go and hit a aerobics juice and get a smoothie. It doesn't matter. I was like, yeah, let's just chat and go on a walk. You know, I would say something, simplify it so that it's an easy thing. Give her like a time period where you go like, oh, hey, I got a free hour on like Wednesday if you wanted to meet. And there's a good, cool coffee shop. Maybe find out where her area where she's living in.
How does he slide in? Let's back way up. Okay,
we're going word. If we're going like,
let's back way up. What does he say in the first slide?
Okay, so he's never spoken to her.
First base.
He hasn't spoken to her in 15 years.
It kind of sounds like that. He's either hasn't spoken to her, but she watches his stories. She likes his posts. Like they know that they're in each other's orbit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I think you got to open with an exclamation point. Hey, exclamation point, or right?
All right. Like, well, I'm trying to think of something that I would do with a girl that I went to high school with, and it's been a while. What about him bringing up a funny memory from the class? Maybe, do you remember the time that
I remember
Mr.
that time
Jones
all the bullies just stuffed me in my locker and called me faggot
and you opened
for wearing eyeshadow?
You opened it for me, and I had a boner, not going to lie. And then I jerked off to you shortly after in the bathroom in the 100 building. I came all over the stall. Anyway, how are you?
I remember... Yeah. Hey, you remember when I was dangling from a tree outside your parents' house and spying on you with binoculars, like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, and then I fell and got hit by a car, and then I got a settlement, and I walk with a permanent limp. But hey, I got $12,000 out of it.
And I wanted to let you know I saw your tits that time.
Yeah.
But remember the time where I kind of was really short with you after school, and I said, hey, I got to run. I actually had explosive diarrhea that day, and I'm sorry. And I was shitting my pants when I was talking to you. Anyway, how are you? How you been?
Yeah.
Okay, no. I say you bring up a funny memory from the class.
I like that.
And then
if there was not a funny memory... If there's not a funny memory,
bring up somebody that died at the high school.
Right.
Be like, remember Johnny?
Hey, do you
Reeves?
remember our favorite history teacher, Mr. Burke?
Died. He died.
He OD'd on fentanyl.
You're right. It's crazy. He's a party animal.
Yeah, that guy rules, dude.
And if you don't have that person, make it up. Who cares? She's not going to check in with the staff. Tell her one of her counselors died. Tell her a history teacher, sociology teacher.
Do all. I'm liking this less and less as we go on. First of all, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath,
Relax,
buddy. What's this guy's name?
It's going to work out for you.
Chad?
What is his name?
I don't know, but he looks like a proud boy. He looks like he owns a bunker in Idaho where he puts provisions
to
for
me,
the other world.
I bet you he's a mechanic. He looks like a mechanic.
He looks like an archer.
He
looks like he shoots arrows?
Yeah, he looks like he could work at like a deli. He could be like a sandwich artist.
Not with that beard. I don't want anybody making.
I think
he
has a trade. He's like a welder, and he makes like $150 an hour.
That's great. Well, hopefully, dude. I mean, we could talk about grooming, and there's a lot of other things we need to talk about in terms of like putting some muscle on you, put your shoulders back.
No hat.
Yeah, no hat.
I bet you have good hair.
Yeah, he looks like he has a good hair.
Good hair, yeah. You don't need to worry about that.
So, Guy, definitely like...
play to your strengths,
yeah,
buddy.
play to your strengths. Tan, perhaps?
Tanning would be great.
Yeah.
We can get you a couple of... wear a Henley shirt.
Yeah, Henley.
With some nice jeans and some boots. Very classic look.
Yeah. Just don't
Maybe
look like
necklace.
you're storming the Capitol. That's all we're saying.
On,
Unless
maybe
this cheerleader is like a hardcore Trumper.
She could be.
Dude, if she was a hardcore Trumper, that would be a perfect in.
Probably.
Do you want to go to the fucking rally? The Save Our Children rally?
Look, I think there's really not a lot you could do, but just kind of bring up an old memory. Then say, you've been on my mind since you're coming to the, are you going to the reunion? Like, tell her that's why you've been thinking about her.
Hey,
and she'll be like, I
am
going to the reunion.
Yes, that's what it is. It's like, hey, been forever.
Right.
You look great. Right? So literally, by the way, a ton of other bitches in the world, right? So I don't want him going in desperate because I feel like he's going to get his heart broke. Like she's shaking just talking about it.
Right.
So I want you to take pressure off of yourself. Keep in mind, live with the knowledge that even if you do end up getting together with her and marrying her, she's going to get fat. So make that put you at ease a little bit.
Also,
she's going to get fat and gross.
If you ask her to go to coffee and she says no, it doesn't mean anything. Honestly, you could still see her at the reunion, be the charming, chivalrous knight that she's been flicking her bean to every night. And you could be having sex with her in a closet in a balcony that night. You could jizz into her and she could be pregnant by fucking next week.
Let's pray that happens.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to trap a bitch, especially if you live in a red state.
Right.
Now is to get her pregnant, steal her money so she can't travel out of state for an abortion, and then you've got kind of a reason to see her, co-parent. Bring another snot-nosed little poor, hopeless fuck into the world. Now, I would say, I would DM, like been ages, LOL.
Yeah.
You look great. Like something super friendly.
I like that. I like the compliment.
Yeah.
Like the small compliment.
Hey, exclamation mark. It's been ages. You look great.
You've been on my mind. You going to that high school reunion?
Yes, boom. Hey, that's what it is. But forget you've been on my mind. That's redundant. Of course she's been on. He's DMing her.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I would say something like, hey, it's been ages. You look great. Are you going to the reunion this summer?
Question mark.
Boom. I guarantee she responds.
She goes, yeah, I am. Are you? And you go, yeah, of course I am. I mean, I was hoping to see you there. But hey, what about, why don't we get coffee this week? We should catch up. I'm free. Tell her that you're free, like a window of time on certain days, and then she'll be like, "Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm free this day." Or the one I used to do is ask them kind of in conversation, like where they live, right? Like, oh, where do you live now? I'm over here, and they'll be like, oh, I'm in Sherman Oaks. And then you go, oh, there's this really cool coffee shop I like in Sherman Oaks. Lie. And then you find a coffee shop near them, so they don't have. It's not out of their way.
Coffee shop. It's Starbucks.
I love the Starbucks there. They have a great bathroom. Yeah, that you can.
They have
really
a great bathroom. I used to shoot up before I got sober in that bathroom.
That bathroom just has the least amount of bums shitting all over the place in it. So it's clean. It's the cleanest Starbucks bathroom.
That bathroom doesn't really look like the employees fish the turds out of the toilets and fling it on the walls. It's really
like normal,
something.
Like most Starbucks.
Like most Starbucks. So yes, I love that.
Pick the random little diner, coffee shop by her, and you go, I love that place.
Tactful. I would love to grab a cup of coffee. Don't say I'm hoping to see you at the reunion, because that's giving her too much time. Yeah, you want to set up a coffee date this fucking week after she responds initially, right? Yeah. So she goes, yeah, it's been forever. How are you? You want to, I would say 3 exchanges max, right?
Yeah, before you
spend a lot of the time on the DM. And this is a whole other thing we can explore about, like how to text and how to set up a first date. How to text
is an art, man. I mean, I feel like I've mastered it in some ways, but it's always a work in progress for everyone because everyone's different.
So in 3 messages, you should figure out where she lives, her situation, and on the 3rd message is, hey, I would love to meet up for a coffee and catch up this week. Are you available?
Yeah. And if she goes, I don't drink coffee, we'd say, we could do any arbitrary old thing.
Right. If she says, I don't drink coffee, like, she's autistic.
She's a bitch.
Yeah.
But
and then it's done.
She's not going to say that. Point of the story is just do it, and I get what you're saying, but
yeah, just do it.
Now, if he's looking, but let's think creatively. What if he's looking? He's obviously hasn't done it for a reason. Now, is there a chick in your life? Like, there isn't one in mine. I used to think she was pretty hot, and she still is hot, and she's famous. She's super famous, and she follows me, and we work together a couple times.
Oh, interesting.
But I've always stayed professional with her,
right? Because
she was so cool. Yeah, but I've really maybe if I would have just been like, hey, let's get coffee or something with this chick, it would have worked out. And he hasn't done it because he fears the rejection.
Yeah.
So if you're fearing,
I fear
the rejection with her.
And do you fear that it would be awkward because then you got to see her?
If I see her, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that totally. I get that. I mean,
fuck.
It depends if the desire runs deep enough, you'll do it anyways.
You'll do it anyway,
did with my current whatever.
So talk about why rejection doesn't matter, because that's important. Most men don't realize, because it feels painful. Basically, it's a girl being like, I do not want to reproduce with you. Your sperm sucks.
100%.
That's what it is, literally.
It literally is that. It's one of the most.
Your sperm sucks.
Your sperm sucks. Your body's shitty.
Right.
I don't want you.
Yeah, around
She's saying,
me.
I don't want you.
Right.
Right. And so it's the cruelest. It's nature's cruelest form. Right.
Yeah, rejection.
But when you realize it's a numbers game, and when you realize that studs like us don't want to fuck the bitches that are rejecting you, that should make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like that bitch ain't shit either. There's young man, there's a bunch of her, and there's only one of you.
That's right, buddy.
How many cheerleaders were there in high school? 50 on a team.
You can get.
And how many fucking metrosexuals were painting their face like Marilyn Manson and wearing rings and Misfit t-shirts? Only one.
I like that. Those guys were cool, man. The gothic guys.
They always had Simpson t-shirts on and had comic books and shit. They were cool. I remember
the Hot Topic guys. Look, fuck it. Listen, the biggest ladies, man. You can. I have this one story about the fucking numbers game really quick. An Australian guy I met, can't do an Australian accent. I'll do like a quasi Australian accent. He went up to a girl right in front of me at a bar. I had just met this guy.
Hello.
He was like, hello, and he goes up to a girl and he goes, "Do you like to fuck?" And she goes and just walks away. He comes back to me like laughing. He starts chugging his beer. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he goes, don't judge me. I did that 22 times last night, but the 22nd time, it worked. That's a classic example of numbers game.
That's so good.
Even if your approach is that bad, enough numbers will qualify, will make it possible for it to be a successful pickup line.
If you have little to no pride or embarrassment or shame, not pride, shame, and you can drink yourself into oblivion and do that kind of shit,
you'll get girls.
That's ideal. You know what I mean?
You will get girls.
That's ideal. Yeah.
Listen, if she turns you down, go to your local watering hole or a place that has a lot of chicks, which is hard to find sometimes.
Right.
You might have to drive a little bit. You might have to figure out ways or ask around, search for the right places to be.
Right.
But if you can, and you can get hammered and talk to a lot of girls, you might make an ass of yourself with 6. But the 7th one's going to be like, you look like my gardener that diddled me, and I like you. And then guess what?
I only go for portly Mexican gardeners. It's so crazy you're hitting on me. I just want to fuck you right now.
Oh my god! And that you could be that mistake where she wakes up in the morning and she goes like in Superbad. Oh my god! I can't believe I fucked that guy. You could be that guy.
Yeah, you could be that guy. So this is what I want you to do. I want Paul, the producer, to actually earn the money that we're paying him by sitting over here and getting that shit off the screen.
I think he's got a problem.
Anywho, well, I think there's shit popping up is that popping up on the screen?
Yeah, somebody, it's porn, dude. It's gay porn has popped up.
We don't have any gay listeners.
Really? That's a shame.
You can
Why
go
don't we have
gay.
any?
We'd recommend it.
Why don't you like any of us? Why don't you like us?
Oh, gotcha. Cool. Sorry, I'm just busting Paul's
balls.
Now, but thank you for the video. Please send us another video. And tell us what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, tell us what happens.
Because this is
DM me and Johnny, and maybe we could even work hand in hand. We want to help facilitate this.
Yeah, we do.
If I can I'll write all the text for you. Me and Johnny will. That'd be hilarious.
But that's, oh my God, it'd be so good. So, but the main
You'll
thing
drop
is,
an N-bomb in there?
What's up?
Drop a random N-bomb?
That's why he's actually racist. This girl's black, and he's had to overcome. He's had to go to prison and have like American History X, have a black guy protect him from getting ass fucked by the Aryan guys for him to realize that we're all just people at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and quit shaking. Throw on a sweatshirt. Fucking nervous Nelly. Okay. Do we have time for one more? Let's do a quick
10
one.
minutes.
Let's do a quick one. Okay. Can't stop cheating. That's one.
Oh, wow. That's
the male best friend. That's one. How do I get her number when she's at work?
I have a lot of thoughts on that one.
You want to do that one?
I mean, it's a good one for a quick one. Yeah. And it's an important one because a lot of our friends are trying to get to the next level.
Yeah. Okay.
With chicks at work or chicks at school. It's the same thing. Work and school are very similar.
Yeah. But this is actually where I read this email earlier. This is a girl that we'll do both of them. We'll do how to hook up with a chick at work and how to hook up with a girl who works at a place that you go to.
All
right. So let's get to it. Hey boys, longtime listeners of both your shows. I'm a 21-year-old male from Australia. There's this cute girl who works at a Korean chicken restaurant I frequent. I've seen her there twice. Both times she's very nice and seemed interested. However, I'm not sure if that's just her being a good customer service worker. The second time I saw her, she was even more chatty and went beyond her duties to make my experience more comfortable.
You're an idiot.
She mentioned that she loves the hoodie I was wearing, and it was very pretty. It has drawings on it. I took the hoodie. His hoodie has drawings on it. Okay. I took the hoodie compliment as a, hey, I'm not just being customer servicey. I'm going to go out of my way to compliment you. So my question is, how do I go about getting a number without being that guy who asks girls on dates while they're working? I don't want to add unnecessary pressure or awkwardness to her workday or come off as creepy. I was thinking of leaving a note under my plate after I'm done eating, as she will collect it after. Something along the lines of, hey, since you're at work, I didn't want to ask you for your number, so here's mine, no pressure. I just think you're cute, etc. I feel like this approach will remove pressure and leave the ball in her court while also showing a bit of confidence and an easygoing attitude. Is this a good move, or how should I approach it differently? Cheers. Ow. Well, first of all, kill yourself for having that accent. But before you do that, we'll get to your question.
I have a
good move. We love Australia. What do you think?
I have a good move for getting girls' numbers at the workplace.
Right, and this is a great one because I used to do this with chicks at diners all the time. I would fall in love with my waitress at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? So go for it.
Okay, this is what I do. I modernized it, and I go, and you ask for the Instagram.
That's
because and I even say this line, and I'm telling you, I've done this 100 times. I go, yeah, I should get your in a low tone of voice, like when she's at the table, you should be like, yeah, I should get your Instagram so that we could be officially documented friends. It always gets a laugh, and it disarms them,
right?
And they go, yeah, this guy's not just trying to eat my ass from behind. And maybe
I'm taking out the trash
right.
at this Korean chicken joint, even though I live in Australia.
Exactly what you want to do.
How does Korean chicken taste in Australia?
Probably great. I don't know. It's probably dingo.
Yeah, but, it's probably dingo, right?
Fucking Aussie.
It's just slaughtered. It's some slaughtered animal. It's a sloth.
Motherfuckers.
It's actually kangaroo.
It's kangaroo. For sure it's kangaroo.
Or it's koala meat.
It could be.
Can I take you out for a koala on a kebab? A koala and a beer?
Koala and a beer. Foster's, of course.
Can I take you out for some great white shack?
Fucking... dude, shrimp on the barbie. I'm
so
sorry,
that's interesting. So this bitch, this chick's a low-wage worker. She probably is in high school.
She's trying to get his number. She's going home throwing everything on the ground. Like, I fucking tried to get this guy's number again.
Yeah.
So this week, I literally showed him my nipples, and he didn't do anything. I didn't wear a top all day because I knew he was coming in on Wednesdays. You're just an idiot, dude. She complimented your hoodie, dude. You think she even gives a fuck about your hoodie, dude?
Who would compliment a fucking hoodie?
Yeah, dude, she wants to bang you.
Retard.
You're like my
do that.
friends, dude, who just, there's a girl that's into them and
they
don't notice
even
it.
Notice. You're so oblivious.
And they go home and they're like, fucking bitches, like, never give me attention.
Bro, you're so
like,
in,
you're
dude.
An idiot.
You're so in. You're so in.
An
You're so in.
idiot.
As soon as you hear this, we need to put this episode out early so you hear this.
Exactly.
And don't waste any time because she might have fired or got quit for stealing.
Go back.
$20 worth of fucking koala chicken.
Go back and fucking ask for it. Stop being a pussy.
I would go back and just, does he go back and order food? Or does he just walk up there?
Nah, go back and order food. Or he could walk in. No, he didn't. He'd go back and order food.
But here's the thing. He doesn't want to awkwardly be sitting there. Get some food to go. Go back there.
Maybe.
Make sure she's working. Order some food to go. Because you don't want to get the number and then just be sitting there at your fucking food court.
I don't give a fuck, but yeah, I mean,
no, but he doesn't want. This guy's a young man. He doesn't want to do that. I'm telling you, that's weird. It's weird for her. Like, oh, okay. And then they look over at each other and like,
right.
Hey, got your number. No. So order some food to go and straight up ask that bitch for her goddamn number.
But I mean, I've seen, but see, like,
what does he do? He doesn't want to make her feel awkward.
You know who I see doing this the most is black dudes. Black dudes get waitresses' numbers or any girl in the vicinity that they like.
Buddy,
just, hey, baby,
I used to see black dudes at my
baby,
college
give me that
campus.
Number. They just hand the phone.
They hand the phone off. They hand the phone. They just go, I've seen them hand with
baby, you want to put your number in there?
I've seen even better. I've seen the no words. Just walk up to a drunk white bitch and go,
hey, baby.
Hand the phone out.
Done.
Don't do that. You're not a cool black guy. You're a skinny, pockmarked young man from Australia. But if he goes in
with the confidence, if he goes in with the big dick Swain confidence, he could pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's little Zan has tattoos on his face, and he acts like a black guy, and he has the worst raps ever. You got to remember,
we live in a bubble, so and that's why we tell them to do what we say, not what we do, because we live a different life than most of these people in, middle America or in the Outback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So go
Outback
Steakhouse. Get the takeout. Go, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, I always have a nice time when I'm in here. Can I get your number?
Yeah.
Or say the Instagram line.
I love seeing you around.
I love seeing you around. What's your Insta?
I love seeing you here. Like,
do you have an Insta?
Yeah. Do you have Instagram? Like, does he follow it up with anything, or like, hey, do you have Instagram?
Do you have Instagram?
I like
the documented friends line. I'm telling you, we could be officially documented.
Then
friends.
we could be official friends. I like that. Yeah.
It works. It works. Look, it works every single.
I love
time.
that actually, Leo. We could be. Hey, can we be official friends? Like, can I follow
let's
you
be
on
official
Instagram?
friends.
Boom.
Smile,
smile. Then you don't make her awkward. She doesn't have to get her phone out.
Right.
You could just get yours out really quick.
She says, it's Megan loves black cock 748.
She's like, no, but follow my premium Snap.
And what if she, and then
you know you're really in, dude.
Yeah, exactly. If she goes follow my premium Snap, then you're fucking set.
So yeah, I think dude, this chick's into you.
Yeah.
This chick's into you. So let us know
what happens.
We love that. And then let's take one more because that was a quick one.
Sure.
So that's how to get a chick's number when you're at her place of business.
Oh, yeah.
This is what to do when you share a place of business, when you actually work together. And
I'll read it if you want. Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Which one?
Second one right down there.
All right. Hey, fuck men.
This is Lucas.
My name is Lucas, and I'm 20. I'm a 22-year-old viewer from Brazil caught in a dilemma.
Oh.
I recently got into a new and promising job, but I really want to go out, hook up with a chick from work. Well, there's pros and cons we'll discuss. So she's pretty chill, and I sense that she would be down, but I really don't want to lose this job. LOL. What the fuck should I do?
This is why you guys got to leave what kind of work you do, because if you work together side by side at the same cubicle, I would tell you not to try to bang this chick because it's going to be horrendously awkward when you're as far apart as me and Leo, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, when, it didn't work between you guys.
Maybe she's the receptionist. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. There's
now,
many
if
people.
It's a strip club,
well, fine, go for it.
If you're the security guard,
or the security,
if you're the DJ at a whorehouse, I would say you should ask her out.
That's fine.
You should ask out a few of them.
Maybe you play for the New York Yankees and she's the on-field reporter. Don't do that.
No, definitely do that. You do whatever you want if you're fucking rich and famous.
Dominican. Listen, this is what you do. You think
do
about
you work together at your family restaurant and she's your sister? I would say
stay away.
Be cautious at least.
Have some fun in the old janitor closet.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get attached. Have some fun, but don't get attached.
Are you both baristas at the old Starbucks?
Yeah.
But then fuck the job. You know who gives a fuck about the job?
Yeah. Are you both cops?
Yeah.
I would say if you're both police officers and like you want to do some freaky shit with handcuffs and sticking a gun up her pussy and her shoving a gun in your mouth and fucking you in the ass with her baton.
Maybe
because then you could always get transferred to a different unit too. If you're cops, you can say like, hey, it's not working out. Cops fuck each other all the time. They're notorious drunks and domestic abusers and philanderers.
All right, so I'd say depending on the job, if you really this is your career and you don't think that she might be the one, it's just like maybe you just really want to fuck her, something like that. Control yourself. If you are so into this girl that you're like, I would date her, maybe I could love her, then roll the dice. Try to keep it so it's great at work. Maybe you'll get a promotion, she'll get a promotion, you guys could leave the company or something. But either way, depending on how much, it depends on how much you're into this girl. If you're into this girl enough where you fuck the job, then do it. If you're working at Starbucks and you don't give a shit about the job, do it. If you're working, if you're the CEO at Google, my man, and you're making $350K a year, well, maybe you should look into some other options. If she's ahead of you, she's your boss, go for it.
Yeah, that's basically sound. Now, he's a young man. I think this is a Patreon member who lives with his family. In Brazil, he's 22, so he's not working at Google.
No,
he's not even cleaning the floor at Google. Okay,
so it's nothing.
Like his money. But they need jobs in Brazil. They're fucking impoverished.
He cleans up
the blood of the murder of the 12 murders that happen every hour in the favelas. He cleans up. Do you clean up brain matter? Then you may
maybe go for it.
I'd say go for it because. I agree with you, Leo. If you're into this chick, right? And
love is love.
And you think you can get another job, and you guys live in the tropics. Everybody's fucking each other in the tropics, right? Like I feel like it's less frowned upon in the tropics to fuck animals and your cousin and coworkers.
Yeah.
So I would say, unless you really don't feel like you can get another job. Like if you spent months unemployed and your mom was like, "Mío, no tengo dinero, tengo hambre." I can see my. If all your family is dependent on the money you bring home to keep from getting skinny, I would say don't do it. But if you feel like you can go get another job and it doesn't fucking matter,
who gives a fuck? Dude?
I would say. So how does he broach it? How does he? Like, let's go get a drink.
I would say after
it's pretty easy to ask chick out
at a workplace. It's easy to get her number. You just go, hey, if I need to call in or I need, I missed something at work and can I call you sometime? Can I get your number for that? Boom, she'll give you your number.
Hey, and the boys are going to the Chili's next door for unlimited fucking margs.
Yeah, I've gone out with
margaritas and fucking shrimp fillet.
Yeah, I'll be like, they have a great happy hour at Chili's. I got bombed there last week. They had $4 Coors Lights every Wednesday. Why don't we go and discuss life? Ha ha ha.
Hey, we're dancing. We're gonna be dancing samba at name me a corporate steakhouse. Name me another version of Chili's.
The Outback Steakhouse.
We're gonna be dancing samba at the Outback Steakhouse that was built on a sacred burial ground on an artifact in Brazil, and now it's a strip mall.
Right.
You should come with. That's easy. That's a layup.
Chevy's.
Yeah, we're going to a Chevy's.
The Chevy's has the best chips and guac. West side of the Mississippi. You got to try Chevy's. And it's free. It's crazy. Anyway, they have it every Wednesday.
Hey, McDonald's is serving beer. We should go. They do that in other countries. Yeah.
That'd be great.
We should go get a fucking Big Mac and a beer.
Wow.
So,
I think it's it.
So, but look, I think we're going to make this guy lose his job.
Yeah, seriously.
Let us know what happens. Everybody
follow up
emails, follow up videos. God, it'd be so funny if this kid lost his job and then he had to actually go work as like a lookout for the cartels in the favelas, and he's murdered.
Like, fuck you guys, dude.
He's murdered his first day on the job.
And he writes in like, guys, this is my first day on the job.
He videos in with a bullet hole in his chest.
I just went, fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you, Leo.
But I still love this. I love this chick.
And we're like,
what should I do?
Damn. Well, now you're fucked. But
you should drown on your own fluid because you're bleeding out.
You could be dead.
Because that's a hollow point. Until next time, you guys. My point is, I'm in love.
Yes,
I'm in love. Love is the greatest thing.
I mean, there's nothing
Play
like
us out.
it. There's nothing like it. It will make you feel alive, and there is an old saying: every story is a love story.
Yeah, and look, and guys like Coach Corey Wayne, who's a pedophile and who rapes children. Jesus. You go look up Corey Wayne online. He's a dating coach. He rapes children. He rapes children like John Wayne Gacy. We give so don't listen to him. We give the same advice, but funnier and better.
It's free.
And it's free advice so far. So Yes. Just know that once you learn the rules, you're able to break them a little like us.
Yes.
Okay?
Exactly. You can
take
bend
care
them.
of yourselves. We fucking love you guys.
Love
Keep
you
writing
too.
in. Keep sending more videos. We want more videos.
More videos would be great.
You guys rule.
Make 'em
This
funny
guy
if you
fucking
want.
rules.
Yeah. Thank you for sending in the video,
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah, just because we shit on you and say that you
We were
look
messing
like
around.
you cook drugs in an RV, right?
Yeah. That's nothing. That's
We-
just a makeover that you need. Doesn't necessarily mean you do
If it
those
looks like
things.
you just always are fishing in a dirty river,
Yeah.
can we pull that guy up again? See, it'd be funnier, Paul, if you had that up on the screen, because then it would show that we were shitting on him.
There he
Anyways,
is.
we got to film another episode. We got to go. Talk to you
right.
later.
See
Love
you
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.